Spiritual awakening, or is it psychosis? Hello everybody, it's Tom here from the company Code, author, educator and public speaker. Today I'm going to speak about something a little bit complex, that is quite extensive in terms of research, has been reported on various sources throughout the internet. And I'm literally just going to give a very brief overview of my opinion, how I think it can affect certain people, and how the experts probably have got it wrong a lot of the time. So, without further ado, spirituality. What is spirituality? To me, it is just the whole being of you, the whole essence of you, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, everything. That is spirituality for me, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. This here, this flesh, is one layer of something a little bit more interesting and more beautiful than the human eyes or mind can comprehend. Okay? 100%. I believe it, I know it. You don't have to believe it, and this is not me trying to shout down or batter anyone's belief system. Hear me out though. 3 years ago, I didn't believe in any of this. I didn't believe, outside of the confines probably of Christianity and God, which I've always believed in. Then a lot of bad circumstances brought me to a very dark place in my life, and I found myself looking for answers. Some would say depression, anxiety took effect, and yeah, partly. But having done some research, now I see that perhaps it was part of what had to happen to me for me to get where I am now. As Steve Jobs says, you can only connect the dots backwards. Very true. I feel myself that part of that was part of being awoken spiritually, because the experiences that I've had in my short time of being spiritual have been at times beyond explanation. There is a world out there that is beyond understanding and science. And anyone who doesn't believe, that's fine. Because believe me, until you see it and feel it for yourself, you'd struggle to believe it, because a lot of it just seems a little bit too crazy. Now this is where this comes into the argument. People who can be spiritually awakened have been diagnosed with mental illness, classed as being psychotic, or in a crazed state, not knowing what reality is. The fact of the matter is, for anyone outside of a very new, or very normal, should I say, belief system, it's very difficult to understand what being awakened is. You know, it is not just what you can see and what you hear, it is what you feel. 110%. Once you've reached that higher state, or started to go on that path, trust me, it isn't just physical, it's metaphysical, and at times it's unbelievable. But if you are not used to it, it can be very frightening at first, and start to question whether or not you have lost your mind. I know, because I've felt that way, but I know now for a fact I haven't. This was all part of the higher plan, karma, fate, whatever you want to call it, that has brought me here today to be sitting down in front of you all, talking about this. But if you'd have told me 18 months ago I'd be doing this and then everything was alright, the state I was in, I wouldn't have believed you. But I know now it was for the higher and better good. Experts need to look outside of their own belief system when diagnosing somebody as having a mental illness, because even if you don't believe it, one concept science has proven, and that anyone in this belief has, is that energy cannot be created or destroyed. I can tell you now, everything you see is energy. I'm energy, the doorknob's energy, the settee I'm sitting on energy, and everything is constantly moving or vibrating. Some of it so small and so little you can't see it. Telling you now. So the purpose of today's discussion really is, if for some reason you're going through some really strange experiences in your life, that you find your belief system is being challenged, like to the point where as you starting to doubt whether or not you've lost your mind, it isn't necessary that you've lost your mind. It could be that you've been woken, that you've been spiritually awoken. If that's happened, one of a couple of things can happen. You can either go to spiritual bliss, enlightenment, or you can go partly down sort of negative path where you find it very difficult to cope to start with, and you end up sort of questioning your own sanity and getting plunged into anxiety and depression as you try and make sense of it all. The fact of the matter is, you're being built to be stronger. So those are my points. Rather poignant subject and quite strong, I know, for that back end of the week when we've all just finished work. But it's something I feel that needed highlighting, because far too many mental health experts are ruling out the possibility that somebody has actually reached a higher level of consciousness. But again, if they're not believing in that, then they probably wouldn't even contemplate that as an option. But never mind, eh? We can't all be the same. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate your time. As always, thank you very much. This is the third and final video of the week. I'll be bringing out new content at the start of next week. I'm dedicated to making 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, about health, well-being, mental health, obviously holidays as well, which I like to speak about because I like to travel. Put down in the comment section below, please, what your thoughts are on this. Do you have any sort of grasp of it? Would you like to know more? I could possibly put some resources in the description if you like. Remember, hit that subscribe button. That's it, down below there. Give a thumbs up or a like, and let's hear that bell go ding dong so you know that my next content's on, so you're there to follow it. Until then, guys, thank you ever so much for listening again. Take care of yourselves. Thank you.